But when we're looking at market conditions, over the past year, one of the big changes has been that, let's say last year when somebody would give me a call to talk about listing their house, and we do a really deep dive into the market because I want them to understand what's happening and what's going to happen when they list their house with me. And so when I'm looking at comparable sales and I'm going back 6 months, or in some cases 9 months, or for the really specialty properties, I'm going back a year. And then I'm looking at what's on the market and what's under contract. And in a lot of these instances, there's literally nothing available in their neighborhood that's similar to theirs, which is a great thing if you're a seller. It means that there are no other options. What's changed, though, over the past 12 months in some of these markets is more and more listings are hitting the market. They're staying on the market for longer than they have been in the past. They're reducing their price more often in order to sell, or the ones that are sitting are the ones that just are holding firm on their price. Those properties are becoming stagnant, and they're essentially just getting priced out of the market. Buyers are not interested in them. So we have to look at market conditions. Let's look for some opportunities. If you're one of those sellers that doesn't have to sell right now, and you're trying to quote unquote time the market, one of the best ways to do that is to look at who else is on the market right now similar to yours. And then, of course, we look at who has sold recently with similar features and upgrades and location and size to yours, and what they get for it. How long did it take them to sell it? Did they have to offer a bunch of concessions in order to entice that buyer to make them an offer or to get a deal done? So we're going to look at market conditions. We also have to have a really good conversation about your motivation to sell. And this, I think, is something that a lot of agents really miss, because they'll go in and they'll talk to a seller. And if you've sold your home before and you interviewed agents, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. They go into your house and it's really just all about them. It's here's what I do. And here's, this, and this feature of their marketing plan. And then they leave that meeting, just so you know, and they're on cloud nine. They're like, man, I got everything done that I needed to get done. I told them exactly what I would do to market their house. I told them what I thought the house was worth. There's no reason why they shouldn't hire me to sell their house. But you, the seller, are like, well, wait a minute. Yeah, we know what they're going to do to sell our house, but they don't know anything about our situation. There was no conversation about why we wanted to sell, how quickly we wanted to sell, and what would happen if we didn't sell within that amount of time. Those questions need to be asked and understood at a very high level so that we can craft a strategy that accomplishes your goal. A lot of agents miss that. It's really just a marketing presentation. It's not an analysis and then a game plan designed to help you accomplish your goals. So you really have to dive deep into your motivation to sell right now. If you don't have to sell and your price and the price that you want to get your home sold for is unrealistic, we're going to tell you. We don't want to put your home on the market and just go through the motions. We don't want to waste your time. We don't want to waste our time. We don't want to waste our marketing dollars. I mean, we're spending an absurd amount of money on marketing, but it works, and we don't mind spending the money. It's one of the benefits of having a big team that sells a lot of real estate is that, we get to offer things that other agents don't or can't or just can't afford. But again, it is a cost. And so I want to make sure that there's a win-win situation here. The last thing that I want to do is take a listing just for the sake of having a listing. I want to help you sell your house. And if I don't think it's going to sell, then you deserve to know that. Because there are plenty of agents out there that will say, oh, well, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Let's put it on the market. Let's see what happens. There's a time and a place for that. But if you want 15% more than what your home is worth, I'm sorry, but the market doesn't support that right now, not in a shifting market. So I think you need to be careful with what these agents are telling you when you invite them over to talk about marketing your home for sale. And you really need to understand how they analyze and interpret the market and whether they can determine if your goals can be accomplished or not. Again, this show is all about equipping you with the knowledge and a way of thinking that helps you better understand how agents operate and what's happening in this market so that you can make informed decisions. So you need to have some level of motivation to sell your home, or you need to have realistic expectations about the process, because if neither of those match up, it doesn't matter how good the agent is. It doesn't matter how robust their marketing plan is. If you're trying to accomplish something that the market will not support, you're fighting a losing battle. It's important for you to know that, and it's important for the agent to tell you that.
Join us for another edition of the Brian Beatty Real Estate Show next Saturday morning at 9 and Sunday morning at 10. Contact Brian Beatty online at listingsincharleston.com. That's listingsincharleston.com. Or call him at 843-345-1273. 843-345-1273.